Now, more generally, we have made the EMT spectrum of all cell lines and tumors, and you can see that each tumor type has a spectrum. Even colorectal carcinoma, even though overall on average is very epithelial-like, you can see there's a bunch of outliers here passing over the zero line, which will be towards the mesenchymal state. Now, obviously, the most EMT tumors obviously would be melanomas, as I mentioned before, and glioblastoma and so on, which are not quite obviously epithelial carcinomas. But renal carcinoma is already quite EMT, even though the cell of origin is a very good epithelial cell. So clearly, you have very major differences in terms of the landscape, the spectrum of these EMT scores. And you can see, for instance, here, ovarian carcinoma goes on both sides of the zero line. So it means that a number of them are quite mesenchymal, and other ones are more epithelial-like, as I mentioned before. And this is also true for bladder cancers as well as for breast cancers and so on. So clearly, each tumor has an EMT value. And obviously, if you look at an ensemble of tumors, large collection, you see a spectrum. So that is to say, not all tumors have exactly the same EMT score within one type of tumor. Now, the cell lines that are now about 1,000 that have been studied by different consortia, you can see that sort of mimic the distribution of the EMT scores and the EMT spectrum in the tumor. So as if these cells sort of remember what position they were in the EMT spectrum before they were established in tissue culture. This is quite intriguing to see this very nice correlation between the two.